Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today's upload, as you can tell by the title, is going to be about the severe weather outbreak that potentially could be one of the largest ones of the year. It's going to be occurring Sunday evening into Monday morning, and this one could really be a deadly one. It has a potential for large hail, some tornadoes, damaging winds. So this is definitely something. Heavy rain is also very likely with this. But before we do that, please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps out a lot, and please consider liking the video if you want to support this channel. And if you like this video, just hit the subscribe button and like button. But going further into the severe weather, you can see that there's going to be a first little system tonight forming in the Kansas area into Oklahoma. Oklahoma City may get some rain from this, eventually weakening and splitting apart around the Nashville area and the Arkansas, Texarkana area, somewhere around there. So later on, the same low shifts further up north, you can see, and it just spins out a massive, you can see this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon Sunday. Things are really starting to heat up here. The necessary ingredients are just coming together for a major outbreak, and you can see that this just spawns really big thunderstorms. I mean, just look at some of the size of this. And again, this doesn't show the exact areas where they will get thunderstorms, but what we can take from this is that there will be severe weather, because when you see colors like this doesn't mean heavy rain. This just means insane amounts of thunderstorms that will be developing and will be producing, again, large hail, damaging winds, possible even tornadoes. So this could be the biggest severe weather outbreak of the season. We might even have a moderate risk from the Storm Prediction Center, and if we're very unlucky, we might even get a high. So I don't think that will happen, God forbid, but it might. So we keep going forward, and that basically winds down. You can see it's very short outbreak. It's not going to be a multi-day outbreak. We could get some thunderstorms on Wednesday again, but later on it does seem to weaken down and calm down, and nothing in particular. There's going to be some thunderstorms, obviously, but this event is just going to be the main focus of today's video. If we go to total accumulated precip, which again doesn't show you exactly, again, see quite a bit of rain, but it doesn't show you, say you live in Wichita, Kansas, doesn't mean that you will be getting 2-3 inches of rain, because if you live south of a city, you could be getting an inch. If you live north, if the thunderstorms align perfectly, you could be getting 6 to 10 inches of rain. So this is a very localized thing. You need to keep your eyes to the sky and check the radar frequently, because the radar is definitely by far the best tool to use in terms of tracking these systems, because thunderstorms are completely unpredictable, and we meteorologically aren't able to forecast where exactly the thunderstorms will be. We just know in a general area where they will be, the Kansas area, but the plains area, the central plains. However, is it going to be, say, in the northern part of Kansas, the southern part of Kansas? We don't really know that specifically, and exactly how is there going to be tornado, how many tornadoes there's going to be, how large the hail is going to get, we don't know. We know that there's going to be large hail, but how large is really hard to tell at this point. And let's go to some of the more high precision models, like the NAM 3KM. You could see that it also has quite a bit of rain. But again, what we can take from this map, if you're wondering, well, if you're saying this is incorrect, then what can we assume from this map? Well, we can assume that there's going to be thunderstorms with plenty of rain that could potentially cause flooding, but we don't know exactly where. And so let's go to radar rain/frozen, and let's go back to, let's say, 24 hours out. This is Saturday. You can see this is the mini outbreak that might happen a couple days before. You can see some thunderstorms. This is what I was showing you on earlier that could hit Oklahoma City, cause a little bit of damage. I don't think there will be much to do with it, but maybe some damaging winds, because you can see that was a squall line. But here is where things just heat up, and you can see the NAM 3KM only reaches out to 60 hours, so only where the outbreak begins. And according to the NAM, this could be a squall line, along with individual storms, some supercells over here in the back area in the Oklahoma, Texas area. But again, any of these storms can be capable of producing lots of damage. And when you hear thunder, when thunder roars, go indoors. That's the best thing to do. If we go to NAM 12 km, this one goes a little bit further out, so we'll be able to see what the outbreak will look like. However, it's a little bit less accurate than the NAM 3 km in terms of thunderstorms. And you can see, again, it has it a little bit further east and not as far south. It has it a little bit further north. And again, this does seem to be fairly strong and powerful. You can see lots of squall lines, individual storms happening, and this could definitely be a powerful punch of storm. So this outbreak can fairly be significant, and you can see that this continues into the northern tier of the country, into the North Woods, that's what they call it, into Minnesota, upper Wisconsin. And that could spawn some thunderstorms, but they don't seem to be as severe as the ones we're expecting on Sunday evening. So that definitely is a day to watch. And if you're still doubting whether this is going to be a real threat, there is the Storm Prediction Center. And if we go to Sunday, which is going to be the day of the outbreak, Sunday evening, this is, again, 3 days out, and they already have an enhanced risk area. So I am fairly confident that they will update this to moderate. I don't think it'll be high, but that is up to the Storm Prediction Center and how they feel about this. I do think, though, that the moderate right here in that red MDT, that I think will be definitely something that could be likely. And if we look at this, we go to enhanced versus slight. You can see the slight area risk is much bigger, but the population is only of 600,000 difference. So wherever this severe thunderstorm outbreak happens, it will most likely be in fairly populated areas, because central Kansas may not seem like it's not a big population central area, but there's several large cities like Wichita, Salina, Kansas, Hutchinson, Kansas, Garden City, Dodge City. You can see all these cities listed here. So this is definitely something we need to keep watching. And the marginal risk is just huge, 17 million people, which is Denver, Nashville, Kansas City, Omaha, Tulsa, all major large cities. And you can see here are basically just the details on how to do this. So storms are expected to form over the western Kansas spread. Modeling in extreme amounts of latent heat release will develop. A few tornadoes are also expected. So this is definitely something not to mess around with. You can see favorable for both hail and wind. So this is definitely something we need to watch. Another thing that may alter the outcome of this severe weather is the thunderstorms that occur first. So if these thunderstorms occur slightly later on in the day, Saturday, they could actually reduce some of the instability that was gained throughout the past couple of days. And again, it would probably rebuild by the time they passed through, but you can see there could be some spotty, this model doesn't show it, but there could be some spotty showers before the main outbreak happens. And those spotty showers / thunderstorms aren't going to be part of the severe event, but they could really bring down the severity of the event if they are widespread, because they're going to essentially use the energy of the storms first. But according to these models, it won't happen, and the outbreak will be fairly massive. So this is definitely concerning. But if you go to this one, this model is also fairly good at predicting severe thunderstorm events. You can see all the way to Sunday, it doesn't show much because 48 hours out doesn't show you the Sunday all the way to Sunday, but it does show that first outbreak. You can see still fairly significant. Don't get me wrong. Don't completely ignore this one and just focus on the second one. This one could still pack a punch, but the second one is what we're really focusing on. That one could really be a powerful punch. So that is basically it, guys. That is, I think, enough details to show you. So just keep going. This is called, just type in SPC, Storm Prediction Center, on your search engine, and this will pop up, and you could click on Sunday, and you'll see what exactly the Storm Prediction Center is saying. And here are the details, very meteorological details about this. So if you're interested in that, I highly recommend using this website. And that is basically it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider liking the video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And see you guys on the next episode.